Disclaimer: the views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host or guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ayan, so magandang hapon sa ating lahat or magandang umaga wherever you are right now in this episode and either you're watching this on a replay or on live. Okay? So yan, so broadcasting beyond borders, the message of the truest tribe of coaching entrepreneurs and independent service providers from the Philippines. This is Coach Nords for UnTribe. Now on the season 2, here at Think Talk Broadcast, and Think Talk Broadcast is the flagship community project of coaching Think Talk speakers from Life Coach Philippines and members of Coach E coaching community. I'll be back shortly with my guest, Miss Sheena Romero. Ayan, so welcome to the live streaming of UnTribe airing every Thursday at 2 p.m. In this show, I want to help aspiring business owners build their tribe by providing opportunities to learn from the experiences of tribe leaders who became successful in building their own businesses. So broadcasting beyond borders of La Trinidad Benguet, the strawberry capital of the Philippines, on the 18th day of August in the year 2022. I am Life Coach Nords, a coaching entrepreneur from Life Coach Philippines, and also a master builder apprentice of Master Coach E, wherein we build tribe as we help your unstoppable dream come true. So if you're that one person, you have this unstoppable dream in life and you want to be supported and you want to be helped, then connect with fellow master builder apprentice or fellow life coaches inside Life Coach Philippines. And as a builder, I founded and created Living Intentionally 2.0 coaching community. This is a safe learning space provided for you to learn, to engage, to connect, and build relationships with fellow community members so that we all live intentionally with joy and financial confidence. So our mission here at Think Talk Broadcast is to get closer to our kindred and serve better our coaching tribe. We envision being the go-to network for content that connects the mind, the heart, and the soul through the platform of life coaching. And by serving in this digital space, the change I want to see is that the perspective of every aspiring business owners on the importance of building a tribe first before building their own businesses. So for this afternoon, our guest is a Filipino American entrepreneur, also a coach and a founder of community which we called the Pinay Virtual Assistant. So this afternoon, we are going to learn from her journey, paano siya nag-build ng community niya, and paano niya naipapakita yung love and safety inside her group. So let's all welcome Miss Sheena Romero.
Hey, good morning, good
Hello. Yeah.
afternoon.
Yeah, so thank you, Miss Sheena, for saying yes to our invitation for an it's good for us and it's good for our audience na we are going to learn from your experiences on how you build your tribe, how you build your community that helps you where you are today. And one thing is that how did you impart or how did you provide love and safety in your community? But before that, yeah,
Okay, I
maybe
was so worried.
you can you can share your you can share who you are before you build your community. Sino ba si Miss Sheena Romero before?
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for inviting me here. It's a pleasure. It's like very early in the morning here, but I really made it up to a point to make it here. It looks like a really special community, really, very the same values, giving back, and also at the same time impacting the lives of the many. So I'm pro that. Well, my name is Sheena Romero, and some people call me Coach, me, Miss, Ma'am. It doesn't really matter to me, but um, of course, my life, I migrated here in the U.S. Over 12 years ago, around 2010, and of course, I had a regular life there in the Philippines. I mean, of course, we don't know what's regular, but being able to like just experience like ups and downs there in the Philippines. I've chased buses, jeepneys, I've rode tricycle as well, and I've all those things that a Filipino um, does in their daily lives. I'm a graduate of University of Santo Tomas, UST, and I my major is communication arts. And when I was there in the Philippines, I was always um, I always have the question in myself, like, what's my purpose? There's always a sense of like just emptiness or like just not I just couldn't find myself, and there just so many setbacks and failures and just different things that happened to me there in the Philippines that made me decide to move here. Um, and for me, life was not, was not too fair for me at that time. So when I moved here, I was thinking like, just better start for me for my daughter at that time. I just had one daughter, newborn, like a years old. And growing up, I was very insecure. I couldn't talk confidently. Although I was around a lot of friends, but I didn't really. I had emptiness inside. But when I moved here, uh, and also when I was there in the Philippines, I grew up with my mom taking care of us, like taking care of almost everything, even choosing the clothes I wear. Yeah, I wore at that time, and we had maids, but when I was starting to get into the college my college life, that's a time that everything just came tumbling down. And sometimes we would eat just once once a day. So it was like we hit really rock bottom. And I would just hang out outside. Like I would go out all the time, and I just couldn't discover myself. So moving here was a little bit different, but I thought that I was going to have a better life and all of that. But it wasn't really, you know, uh, roses and sunshines. It was more of like real challenge. You don't have any help. The only family member I had at that time was my ex-husband and my ex-husband's mom, and my brother-in-law and my daughter. And I just didn't have any place to go. I started out, I didn't have any working visa, so I would go do under the table hugas ng kubeta, and mag-alaga ng bata. Parang ano lang, parang it's just like side gig, kumbaga. It's not all the time. At saka mag-alaga ng matatanda, ganon. And it was kind of a traumatic experience for me. And my mom was wondering, like, why do you have to stay there? Like, just get back here, and you don't have to go through all of that. But for me, it was more of the challenge. Like, I knew that I was going to start hearing myself more. It was like that was the most important thing for me, like hearing what I in myself, my inner voice, had to say as to who I was, what my decisions are, without anyone else's influence. And that was for me the most important thing. But it didn't arrive to that right away. I had to really work hard. Of course, there's um, being here, your competition, especially in the working environment, in the corporate job, yung mga kalaban mo, mga kano, right? And at that time, my accents, Filipino Tagalog accent was really strong. And, of course, I was in the sales, and it was hard for me because people were hanging up on me and not wanting to talk to someone from 8,000 miles away, but I'm here in San Antonio, Texas. But I didn't sound like it, and it was frustrating. I would cry all the time, because it was just very challenging for me, and people didn't understand me. People, just, I have a totally different culture. It was a culture shock for me. I felt like a total weirdo, a totally different kind of a person. And I thought that, maybe this was the wrong move for me. But at the same time, I know in myself, like, I know that I have something to give in this world. And, I just worked really hard. And applied to a job where I lasted like around my 8 years. And that's a time that I started leading people. And it's more of coming from sales. I went to collections, and the first time I really sucked at it. And then I got promoted to management position, as to where you know um, I was able to, I guess I was just fortunate to be able to encounter, like, ano rin, Filipino American din siya. But she's been here, like, she was here for years and years, more than 30 years. And I just got lucky that they gave me an opportunity, even if I wasn't that confident, but I was already skillful at that time. And I just got, really lucky. And um, when I got promoted, that's a time that, and I was broken hearted at that time too. I was going through after I'd gone through divorce, um, it was like you had all those emotions, but when you're leading people, you have to like really zip your heart. Especially here in the US, like you have to zip your heart and focus on the people who you are leading. So I wasn't no like being here made me really emotionally intelligent, being able to manage and understand what my emotions are and being able to help people do the same. So I've trained, coached, hired, fired a lot of people here in the US, you know, um, and then, yeah, so
Yeah.
that was my story here.
Yeah. So hearing from your stories is that yeah, you've said it was a challenging. Yeah, there are a lot of successes and um, with saan doon yung turning point wherein you made that decision to build a community, to build yung um, sa community ng virtual assistant. So, ano yung turning point doon that you decided to build the Pinay Virtual Assistant group?
Well, that's a real great question, Coach Nords. When I had already felt like, I because I was getting awards and every year as a manager, and I have had traveled to Disney World. Like I've done a lot of visited everything, all of those impossible places that were just in my bucket list and my checklist. I felt like, I think that I can do more. I'll be able to just be of bigger impact. And it was kind of scary for me just because all these years, for almost 11 years, I was just to myself. Like, even if I was going through a lot of things, like I didn't really open up to other people. I didn't, I would post in my Facebook. But when I started joining like courses, I actually enrolled to a real estate investment course. I was able to discover the world of virtual assistants and freelancing, um, and I saw a lot of women who were kind of feeling the same way, like didn't couldn't hear their voice and couldn't express themselves, didn't have that confidence. They didn't really know how to express themselves. And I was in the same, I've struggled with that for a long time. So I just thought like maybe I'm just gonna start helping out women, and when I did build that group, from zero to now 15,000 Filipino women. And now it's like before we were doing lead generation, but now it's Facebook who's it, like recommending our group to other Filipinas
Yeah.
and sometimes Filipinos too. But yeah, so that's when I started doing that. We were providing like internship at that time, free or no donation internship. So around it was around September 2021. So next month will be our first year anniversary.
Anniversary.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. So let's greet first our audience this afternoon.
Oh yeah.
Coach Rizel. Yeah. And Ma'am Amleth. Good morning, Miss Sheena. Sabi niya.
Hey, good
And Miss
morning.
Cristile. Yeah. And Coach Tin Dihoya. So those are sa mga coaches na andito is yun yung mga kasama ko sa Life Coach Philippines. So
Awesome.
it's good. Yeah. Ang ganda ng story mo na um, sabi mo gusto mong tulungan yung mga women na bumaba yung level ng confidence din. So it's good that you thought of building a community for them, for you to help them. And for that building, that community or building that group for you is that what are the three or ano yung intention mo or other what are the reasons bakit mo siya na-build aside from yung gusto mong tulungan sila because of their confidence level. So what are other reasons bakit mo siya na-build?
So I think with the experience that I had, like I was, you know, I was really in a point where, I think I've built enough. Um, I've built enough experience for me to be able to throw myself out there and be able to help, other women, and also be able to let everyone know that it's, everything's possible, because for me, when I was there in the Philippines, I was just, while I was chasing buses and jeepneys and my dreams at that time. I can clearly remember all the time, when I this one particular time when I was in college, I was wearing syempre mga nakabestida. We had that uniform, and of course nag-chase ka na ano, and you're ano, nakakapit pa ako. And it was like life was just kind of it was hard for me, and I was thinking like, I'm gonna have my own car, I'm gonna have my own place and all of that, and I'm gonna be doing good in life. And I guess I was able to kind of somehow achieve that, and out of all the ano rin, the managers sa trabaho ko, parang ako yung pinakamataas yung sweldo. But it wasn't just because of, it wasn't more of the financial, right? It was more of like me being able to achieve things that people are saying like it's impossible. And for me it was ano na lang siya, laruan na lang siya. Parang for me it's just growth. Like when someone talks to me about, oh, I'm scared, can you help me out, I'm this and that, well, I've been in the same situation, and for me, if someone had helped me, when I was going through like the situation, I mean, it will be helpful for me, but at the same time I wouldn't have learned to really survive and really swim, because I was, all these in these all darkest moments in my life, like like needing help, needing a place to stay, needing someone to take care of my child, and like all those things, like nowhere to live. And that's what I wanted to be able to impart. Like you can have, maybe they're thinking, oh, nasa US ka, so it's just easy for you. But it wasn't. Especially yung competition ko dito is like yung mga kano, di ba? So they are more, they can express themselves more, they can understand more. And I guess that was my one of the other things that I want to be able to let them know, like you can do it, it's just you building that courage, and
Yeah,
that
courage.
strength, yep, to be able to like
Mhm.
really like fight, and not be um not be self-pitying, parang, oh, ano ba yan, kawawa naman ako kasi may ganito akong ilan na akong anak, tapos like stop it. What are you going to do from there? Because if you find out that it's all in your hands, your success is all in your hands, then what is there to really think of, like if you're thinking about your children and all of that. So
Yeah, agree. Yeah, agree with that. I am connecting on your experiences on the jeepney. So with us in the province wherein hindi kami makakapasok sa school kung hindi namin hahabulin yung jeep. para ano, para sumakay, 'di ba, doon sa taas ng jeep. So yun, so we have the same ano, same experience with that. And yeah, it's really you are true that everything is really possible, and success is in our hands, really. Yan. And with that reasons, with that intentions for you by building your community is that ano yung vision ng community na binild mo? Yung vision.
So the vision, well, of course, when I was starting it out, I was still in the corporate job. So, for me, it was to provide just experience. But now, of course, I'm already at this point where I am, of course, I've let go of my job, and now more of um, just finding building to an agency, as to where I can find clients and be able to help them out and give them, be able to train, continuously train, and be a little bit more with the experience that I have with me being able to train. We've trained, hundreds of ano na, of women, or dozens and dozens of women. I think that it's about time to kind of step up into an agency, and that's what I've been more of like coaching. Then for me, it was. I saw your post the other day about ikigai, right? Your sense of purpose, because that's very very important, right?
Yes.
And I am kind of um, sharing that as well, because you can be a virtual assistant, you can be a freelancer, but at the same time you will feel that emptiness, or you're not
Yeah.
really feeling fulfilled if you're not really doing what you are intended to do.
Yes.
Teaching more about listening to yourself, because at the end of the day, if you are catering, or listening to other people when it comes to the decisions that you want in life, or yung mga niche, right? When you think of other people's experiences and successes and failures, and you're thinking that, okay, maybe that one's good for me, instead of coming from within and saying, like, is this what's good for me? Is this what I want? What type of personality do I have that matches this type of skills? So more of that. So my vision is for women to be able to really hear themselves, not just about virtual assistants, but be able to hear themselves and base their skill set off of that, their purpose. So it's gonna be they're not going to be jumping from one niche to another. They know that this is what I want, and that's what I'm confident in providing to my client, and that's what I'm happy about, and be able to go from there.
Yeah, okay. So we are already on, yeah, malapit na tayo sa 30 minutes na conversation, and we have to have a break before we
Oh,
continue. But before we continue, yeah, uh, I have this hanging question na sasagutin mo pagbalik natin.
okay,
Right?
sure.
So, my question is that, nasaan ka na ngayon doon sa vision ng community? And pagbalik natin, we are going to talk more on the community, on your community, okay? Yeah,
Sure.
so
Thank
Master E,
you.
yeah, let's have a break first. We'll be back later.
owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag and drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag and drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.
Ayan, so we are back for the second part of our 16th broadcast of UnTribe, brought to you by Decaf Coffee Republic, the coaching hub of Life Coach Philippines, and our home as professional certified CECC life coaches. So meet our coaching tribe at Decaf Coffee Republic, located at Pioneer Center Compound along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton, and United Streets, Capitolio, Pasig City. You may come for dine-in or visit for coaching services from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday to Thursday. And you may also join the community night event happening daily from 7:30 p.m. onwards. So yan, so pag malapit kayo sa hub in Pasig, then just just go and attend. Mas maganda kasi na face to face para sa ganun. Meron kang ka-conversation face to face. And today, yeah, is Strengthening Thursday. So, Coaching for the Soul with Master Coach A. And our topic for tonight is it's all about the curse of perfectionism. So, if you are that one person who are in medyo perfectionist ka, na gusto mo maging perfect ang isang bagay sa kamo gagawin, then I think this is the perfect topic for you. So, let's join tonight at 7:30 because this is Thursday and it's Strengthening Thursday. Yeah. So, sa Saturday, Fab Saturday, yeah, it is an open mic with Coach Orville wherein kung gusto mo mag-express in terms of singing, then go ahead. Join Coach Orville and fellow coaches inside our coaching hub. And Comfy Sunday, that is Sundays for Life with Coach Char. It's all about creativity, okay? And Nurturing Monday, it's all about walk along with Coach T. Tuesday, Group Tuesday, it's all about habits with Master Coach Hasmi. So if you're that one person na medyo may issue tayo sa habits, may mga bad habits natin na gusto nating ma-change ng good habits, then if we talk about habits, that is Master Coach Hasmi. And of course, Purpose Wednesday. So a way and a day with Coach Rizel. So if we talk about purpose, yan, yung nabanggit kanina ng guest natin, it's all about the ikigai. If you want to know more about your purpose in life, then this is the best talk that you are going to attend. So visit the Cup Coffee Republic and join Coach Rizal a week and a day. Yan, with Coach Rizal every Wednesday. Okay? So our coaching hub is also an event place and a venue of choice for face-to-face classes, training, and private functions. So if you are that one person na you have this team, you have a family, you have anong tawag yan? A family, team, workers, and you want to have this intimate gathering and very comfortable place and very welcoming place and a very safe space for you, then don't hesitate to connect with Coach Rizal 0917-586-1661 for inquiry and reservation for the space. Kasi first come, first serve basis. Baka maunahan ka pa. Okay? Yan. So, if you are one person who desires to experience transformation in areas of health, in areas of wealth, and of course in relationships, then I invite you to join us inside Be Learning Society as one of the mental model collectors with full access pass to the monthly mental model masterclass of Master Coach A that is exclusive for Be Learning Society members only. So for this month, our masterclass is on thought automation mental model. So in here we will learn about how to leverage on the power of intuition, and we're going to learn the mental model that can help us automate our thinking process so that we can leverage the power of intuition. So save the date on August 22, that is Monday at 7:30 p.m. So this is via Zoom. So hindi siya face to face. So kahit saan ka, pwede kang mag-join dito. So anong gagawin mo? Connect with Coach Zel 0917-586-1661 para sa ganun, you will um, you will register ahead of time. And ano ba yung B-Learning Society na tinutukoy ko? B-Learning Society is the tent maker of B-Learning homes for mental fitness, and on top of the food and beverage discount we enjoy from Decaf Coffee Republic, mental model collectors also benefit from the 90 minutes free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. So those are the benefits that we can get if we become a Be Learning Society member. Okay, and Think Talk broadcast is powered by Rise Up Creatives Worldwide, the social commerce turnkey solution provider that helps entrepreneurs and business owners to leverage the power of content marketing to provide value, improve engagement, and increase revenue with the investment of just 5 minutes every single day. So if you're that one person and medyo nahihirapan ka gumawa ng content, or you're struggling, you're struggling in creating content, and you are very, very busy, and you can only allot 5 minutes for you to create your content, then Rise Up Creatives is for you. So visit www.riseupcreatives.com to learn the benefits of lifetime members like me, yan, and discover how you can rise up and be creative and growing your business. Ayan, so with that, let's continue in our conversation in our part 2. Let's welcome our guest for the second part, Miss Sheena.
Hey,
Yan. So thank you for staying there. Okay? Yan.
you're
So
welcome.
yung tanong ko po sa inyo uh, is it okay not to uulitin or uulitin ko?
Yeah, for the viewers, I guess, for the viewers'
Okay.
sake, right?
Yeah, for the viewers' sake, sa mga kakarating lang na hindi narinig kanina, So, ang hanging question ko kay Miss Sheena is that, where is she on her vision? Saan ka na ngayon doon sa vision mo sa community?
Yeah, so right now, of course, as you know, if you have a community, it's a consistent, anong tawag mo dyan?
Commitment.
Uh, I guess nurturing. You
Ah,
have, as you
continuous
grow.
nurturing. Yeah.
Yes, most definitely. So there's continuous growth, not just for them, but for yourself as well as a leader. Um,
Yeah.
and there can be some time as to where you're going to be complacent, as to where you're the founder, but at the same time you can be a stranger at some point if you are not nurturing the group. But at the same time, what I'm proud of in the group is that they're automatically just posting stuff and teaching each other. And I love seeing that because it's just women empowering women. But at the same time, I'm in the back end, of course, with my team. Right now, finishing up our website and also being able to just run Facebook ads here in the US so we can, potentially get clients. Um, and it's just the messaging that we have to be able to fix, because
Mhm.
you know as you grow as a business person, as you grow as a leader, you will see a lot of different, not, I can't, it's competition, but at the same time other people who are offering the same service, right? But you want to be unique, but not overthinking it, more of unique in a way as to where you have to put your own touch. Like, what do you really offer?
Yeah.
What's the no, unique selling proposition that you can offer the clients? And that's where I'm at right now, and be able to just embrace what my skill sets are, my experiences, and also, these women, group of 15,000 women, which, there are so many skills out there, and they have so much to give. And in the clientele world, it's like they need these people, right? So being able to just find the, I know, the really good balance with the messaging so that both worlds can benefit off of each other.
Yeah. So, continuous nurturing with the community. So, paano mo nurture yung community? Ano yung pino-provide mo for them to be nurtured?
Showing up as much as you can, being able to share. So this bumalik ako ulit into doing live, because ever since I transitioned from corporate to, building my own business, I focused on like building myself and learning more. And it's different when you're always being present to your community, be always being there and giving and nurturing them, as to where you're showing up and you're kind of like just really engaging with them and trying to check and see where they're at in their, I know, in their life. And what tools or learning do you have that you can offer to them, so that they can, benefit off of the group and benefit off of, you know um, whatever you're offering to them. So being able to nurture and being showing up every week, having different topics based off of what they want to see, what they want to hear, what they're going through at that point. And you just curating that messaging, as to where you'll be able to really answer or be able to direct them towards the right direction. um, but yeah, it's gonna be based off of whatever they're, I know, they're thinking, right? I can
Yeah.
only put surveys out there and be able to check and see, okay, right now I'm seeing a lot of people going through like looking for clients, so then I can put I can throw out the messaging around that, I know, around that topic or issue.
Oh,
So yeah.
it's their needs. Yeah. It's really on their needs because it's better na yeah, ma-provide natin yung needs ng
Mhm.
community natin rather than we are assuming na yun ang need nila. So,
Most
that's
definitely.
a good thing that, yeah, that's a good thing that we should the need of the community. And going back doon sa nabanggit mo kanina na uh, you are, kung tama yung pagkarinig ko, that you are doing FB ads. Am I right with what I heard?
Yes.
Okay. Sige. So with that FB ads, how many percentage or doon sa applying ng FB ads natin is that um, how sure are you with the client na natatarget niyo? Or kumusta yung FB ads ngayon? Saan siya? Are yung FB ads niyo ba is natatarget niya or na-fulfill niya yung gusto niyo maging return or gusto niyo maging outcome?
Oh, I just ran the ads. Because I just finished a summit, right? So I just ran a summit, but this one is more for specifically for social media, and then later on I'm gonna do the agency. So the result, it's not for the one I'm running right now. It's not ano pa siya. It gathers information, like it has algorithms, so it's learning
Mhm.
pa the ano the ang tawag mo dyan? It's learning all the
Algorithm.
audience that we are the audience that we are attracting and all of that. So it's gonna be the Facebook ads who will say that, but I'm seeing, clients that are in their mid 20s, and like mga business owners na like 60 plus. I'm not sure if I answered your question, um, but it's still fresh. But last time I ran a summit. I'm not sure if you're familiar with summits. Parang
Yeah.
master class siya, but it's more of like, bigger, I know. But it was global. But that one we ran summits, and we that one was really huge.
Mhm.
Um, but it's more of the targeting the VAs and the freelancers, more geared towards that versus the client. So two different
Yeah.
targeting.
So with that summit, uh, that is outside FB ads, right?
I used Facebook ads for that as well.
For
Facebook
that
ads,
summit. For the
TikTok.
summit.
Yep.
Yeah. So how was it? Yeah.
It was good. I mean, I had about 6% kind of conversion, like sign up rate. So 2,500 signed up for my summit, and then I mean, it was really good. Like a lot of industry leaders, virtual assistant and freelancing leaders, but also coaches who are like um, empowerment coaches, like different
Mhm.
coaches in Australia, meron sa Africa, meron, from different parts of the world. So
Okay.
it was really
Yeah.
amazing.
So with that FB ads is that before you are not using FB ads. So I've heard that it's just recent, right? Yeah. It's just recent that
Recent,
you are using
I ran
FB ads.
Facebook ads for my clients before for
Yeah,
real estate
before, yeah.
investment. Yeah, so
How
but
about
what's particular you're referring to?
Yeah. How about doon sa ano, doon sa pag-build mo ng community? Nung pag-build mo ng community, are you using FB ads
Oh
for you
no,
to get,
that
ayan,
was organic. That
so
was
that was so
our
different. Yeah, yeah.
team,
So
yeah, generating
organically,
the
yeah.
leads, and then
Yeah.
afterwards, I know Facebook is the one recommending us to, I wouldn't say just Filipinas because there are some Filipinos who's trying to join as well, but it was
Yeah.
completely organic. Yep.
Ayan.
Yeah,
So
my
let's
ano,
go back on
my
let's go
lead
back on
generator. I
let's go back on the community.
Okay.
So with that building the community, you've grown that organically, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you've grown that organically, and I've heard kanina meron kang team inside the community.
Mhm.
So with your team, what are the programs or what are the activities that you are doing inside the group?
Activities,
Yeah.
more of like before it was focused more on internship, like giving
Mm,
experiences to women.
yeah, yeah.
But of course, it was not really, I wouldn't say not sustainable, but it was more of, it was amazing. It was an amazing experience for us. But at the same time, for me, long term, it will be more sustainable if we focus on the agency side.
Okay.
But yeah, that was the activity. Then we moved on to more of like just nurturing, like answering
Nurturing. Okay.
and all of
Yeah.
that.
So with that nurturing of the community members, uh, how are you going to ano? Paano nyo na-execute or how are you providing love and safety inside your community? Paano nyo siya nagagawa?
Love, when it comes to love and safety, it's just making sure that we have, because we have a team who approves and declines posts. So we're making sure the messaging is there, right? And making sure that there's no like shaming, and making sure that it's a healthy community. It's making sure that everyone's just engaging. I mean, I don't even have to say it because it already became that. um the culture is there. It's just being controlled more of the, I know, in the declining, and declining in the approval side of it. um but posting or putting out there some polls or surveys that will help them realize na, ay, hindi lang pala ako nag-iisa na walang alam sa ganitong topic, di ba? So it's nice to see that you're not by
Yeah.
yourself.
And so as a leader of the community, um, how can you define love and safety in relation doon sa building ng community or in relation sa community building?
Love and safety is just making sure that there's like just harmony and balance, just making sure that you're redirecting the mindset of everyone, right? Instead of someone um comparing, or for example, that comparing, right? Instead of that, being able to more direct it towards yourself, like um so if someone talks about, well, in other people, okay, I understand that that's what they're doing, but you know our culture is kind of different, like more of owning yourself, right? Owning your not really dusting it under the rug, but being able to kind of recognize the fact that you shouldn't have to compare yourself to other people. You have to be able to embrace what's in yourself, like I know what sparks you, ganun. um and being able to just know that you have a sense of purpose. That's the most important thing, that, you know, and letting them know that it's okay to struggle, it's okay to fail, it's okay to go through stuff. And that's, that's just how life is. Like, you'll have those, no's, you'll have those rejections, like, all of those things are natural. I have been rejected like like 20 straight times, like in 3 months, 20 times, when I was, applying, and just to find out that I'm destined to do something else. So being able to tell them, let them know my experience, so they know that, ah, okay, like, hindi lang pala ako ang ganun. Like, letting them know that you understand where they're coming from, and also giving your experience to them, because that really, helps out.
Yeah, so thank you for your sharing, yeah. And we let the people to to be able to see that hindi sila nag-iisa kung
Hmm.
saan sila sa journey na yun. Yan, so I think with our conversation is that it's good thing that we have this vision to create a community for the people na katulad natin, and I truly appreciate it. Wherein not all people, meron tayong kanya-kanyang gusto na mangyari sa buhay natin, and we looked at people in terms of building our tribes, building our community, wherein they will be attracted to what we do, then they're the right people for us.
Yep.
And as we build that community, yeah, providing safety by qualifying yung mga taong pumapasok sa loob, yung mga post na pinopost nila, kung is it acceptable ba sa group, hindi ba nakaka-harm sa mga tao. So that is one thing na we are making sure that our community members are safe, and you are not rejected as well. Yeah. So with this conversation, Miss Sheena, is that thank you for sharing it with us, your experience in building the community. And I think for us to close this is that you can share one wisdom or one inspiration or one message for our aspiring business owners na nagbi-build ng tribe din nila. So ano yung one message mo sa kanila?
One message is, just really getting to know first, like, your intention, your why. Why are you really doing this? Right? Because it's gonna be more consistent. I didn't know that, next month is gonna be our a year anniversary, and I always go back to, whenever I'm like kind of lost or distracted, I always go back to my why. Why did I start this? Why did I connect with them? Because that's gonna be all throughout your journey and leading people, and being consistent. It's always gonna go back to, it's not gonna be always, happy and always gonna be amazing. There will be times that you don't even want to show up. There's gonna be times that you don't even want to, engage. But and also be able to attract those people who have the same why as well, aligned values and culture. Because I'm not sure if you know about Simon Sinek. He had said that if you kind of hire or be around people who's just focused on money, then they will just be there for the money. But if you focus on those people, or hire those people who are focused on the goal, same vision, aligned values, then they will work, with blood, sweat, and tears. And that's a team that I have right now. When I ask them to do something, that they're like, right away, they're gonna be there for the, the group, and the mission and the vision. So the why is the most important
Yeah,
thing.
so it's the why. So for those who are watching this live or replay, and you are an aspiring business owners, and you want to build your own tribe, build your own community, yan, one lesson is that, ano ba yung intention natin? What is our intention in building our community, in building our business? So it's really important the big why. Because along the journey, yes, something happens, along the journey, may mga challenges yan. But then, if you are clear with your why, babalik at babalik ka pa rin doon sa value ng why mo. Okay, so thank you, Miss Sheena, for sharing your message with us. So it's very inspiring message for everyone. And yeah, so as we end this one, just wait in the back end, February. Yeah. So we'll have some photos later. Okay, so
Okay.
thank you for supporting UnTribe, and whether you are joining us live or watching on a replay, then please leave a comment to share your thoughts and insights. Yan, para sa ganun, we know that you watch this. Okay, so please don't keep us a secret. So help us serve more people by circulating the link of the video. Okay, so as I close, I'd like to speak to all the aspiring business owners who are the unsung heroes of the global workforce. There's a lot more competition in the working world today than there used to be 10 years ago. And there seems to be a never ending need to stand out from the crowd. That is, tirelessly and pursuit of success. But with the reality of great resignation comes the great opportunity for every worker to start building wealth and becoming their own version of CEO even while still being employed full time. We invite you to embark on a journey of becoming a coaching entrepreneur like us. Connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 and map your success as a certified co-actively co-create life coach, CECC certification, co-actively co-create life coach. For N, CECC certification program is an international CPD accredited course with 40 credit units. So CECC course includes a 21-day web-based learning with lifetime access, 3D live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and 3D live virtual business bootcamp with senior coaching team. So the program package also comes with a done for you coaching programs and many other bonuses that coaching professionals to jumpstart in the second fastest growing industry in the world today. Okay? So life coaching is truly a 21st century learning experience that is empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains. So thereby increasing the relevance in an increasingly complex workplace and dynamic business environment. So call Coach Rizal now at 0917-586-1661 to join the live coaching bootcamp on September 10, 17, and 24 for online learners. So I also invite you to watch the other shows hosted here at Think Talk Broadcast. Please follow, subscribe, and engage in our social media accounts at ThinkTalk underscore TV on Twitter and Instagram, and ThinkTalk Broadcast on YouTube. And give us your review. For partnership and collaboration, please connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661. So see you in the next episode of UnTribe on August 25, live here at FinTalk Broadcast. So your one coaching thought is courage. Be courageous enough to go out and serve. Let don't fear holds you back. Okay, so love your tribe. In safety, we tribe. This is us in the Philippines. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is Coach Nords, broadcasting beyond borders to advanced life coaching worldwide. Love boom boom, love boom boom, love boom boom.